on Tuesday, March 26th at 6:32 p.m. Notice of recording. This meeting of the Barnstable Youth Commission is being recorded and broadcast on the Town of Barnstable Government Access Channel in accordance with Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 30A, Section 20. The chair must inquire whether anyone is recording this meeting, and if so, please make their presence known.
Sandra Merritt recording for purpose of taking the minutes.
Sandra, I'm also recording on the cloud just in case something happens, okay?
All right, thanks. I need to turn mine on.
That would help.
Okay.
The meeting will be replayed via Xfinity Channel 8 or High Definition 1072. It may also be accessed via the Government Access Channel live video on demand archives on the Town of Barnstable website. All right. Attendance: Eric Arbogiev, Maddie Boyle,
Here.
Megan Garthy,
Here.
Guys, get your cameras on, please.
Daniel
Right
Gomes,
faces.
Here.
Shalonda Grant,
Here.
Piper Hunt. She said that she would be late. Jaden Jeffries,
Here.
Mary Flynn Cajun here, Sophie Macknick, Connor O'Reilly,
Here.
Lake O'Reilly,
Here.
Michaela Stanful,
Here.
and Mary Steinelber.
Here.
Great.
Oh,
And
don't
would
forget about
anyone-
Noah.
Oh.
How do you say your last name, Noah, again?
It's Lyonnaise.
God bless you. All right. Lions.
Okay, Noah Lyonnaise.
All right.
Here.
Great. Am I forgetting anybody else?
Nope.
All right. Would anyone like to make a motion to act on the minutes of February 27th?
I'll make a motion to act on the minutes of February 27th, Lake O'Reilly.
Is it the 27th? But didn't we have a quorum on our last meeting? Yeah, so it's March.
It's both. We'd have the minutes from the previous meeting for the 27th. There were some recording issues. I take full responsibility. It's my fault. So we're taking both minutes.
So for the 27th
The
and for
27th and the 12th.
and the 12th of March.
Mary Steinover seconds.
Okay. Any public comment?
I don't see anyone in the waiting room.
All right. First order of business is the youth summit. So those of you who are on that subcommittee, the floor is yours.
So about the clubs, Luke told me to email Mr. Case and Miss Gagnon. Mr. Case got back to me and he said to email Miss Swindler. So I emailed Miss Swindler today, but I haven't heard back yet. So that's where I'm at with that.
I think she's on leave too, isn't she? Isn't that what Jaden said?
Oh, I
We
don't know.
can try to talk to the clubs individually too. If we need to.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I also emailed Miss Swindler about a week ago and heard nothing. So I emailed her again today, but probably won't hear anything still. So I'll probably email the lady in Hub 5. I forget her name.
Is that Miss K or something like that?
Sorry?
Is that Miss K?
That's the NHS person, Miss K.
Alright. Yeah, okay. Because I emailed her and spoke, exchanged emails with her, because remember you said she needed more information about it? Gave her all the information. She said she would call me. Haven't heard from her. So I guess I'll email her tomorrow again and see what's going on.
Yeah, she's a little all over the place sometimes, but she has a lot going on because she gets a ton of emails from people for NHS because we do so many events. So I would say just probably, yeah.
Alright.
She's also new as well, though.
Yeah, it's her second year.
Okay. Alright. So I won't take it personally, in other words.
Might need to.
Oh, hateful. Alright, so with that said, with the job, with the youth summit, it's obviously a pretty quick meeting. With the youth summit, so we have to make sure we get a hold of these clubs, we have to make sure we get a hold of the peer leaders. If for some reason, and Jade and I pose this to you, I don't know if anyone else on here is on Y Achievers. I know I saw you at the meeting last night. Do you know the Y Achievers would ever want to be involved with the youth summit and helping out with that if we can't get peer leaders from Barnstable High School?
I could probably see, yeah, definitely.
Do you think they'd be good at
For
it?
sure some people that would help.
Yeah, I think some of them would be. I think some of them would bring a really strong sense of what Barnstable High School is like to the seventh graders. So,
Okay, yeah, I think that would be great, actually.
all right. So, Michaela,
What is the date of the youth summit?
it is Thursday, May 23rd.
Okay.
It is the day before Memorial Day weekend. All right. All right. So I guess right now we're kind of in a holding pattern when it comes to peer leaders and clubs. All right. So we got to get some progress on this because next week's April. And then we're 7 weeks away. So we got to start getting some progress on this.
Are you trying to talk to Miss K for the for like NHS to do instead of peer leaders?
I was just told to reach out to Miss K because that's what Jaden told me to do. Because
Is it,
I think
who
last
is
year
it
we had
for? Because I can probably talk to her because I think we have an NHS meeting next week, I believe, on Thursday. So I can talk to her then if you need me to. I just don't know what
Yeah.
about.
I would
So I
definitely
suggested National Honor Society just like as a general, like as a whole, just to get volunteers. So not specifically for peer leaders or student ambassadors, just National Honor Society members that would be interested in volunteering for the summit.
Volunteering to do what?
Didn't we just like last year, I forget what it was, but we needed a bunch of volunteers.
Yeah, I think last year
Okay.
we didn't get a ton of peer leaders last year. So we dubbed in the National Honor Society to help fill that void.
You could do
Okay.
it too. Like you could. I
So
don't know
the-
if school does that too, but if they need service hours, they could volunteer to this to get their community service hours.
Yeah, I just for to talk to them. So they'd be doing like the same thing that the peer leaders are doing.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
just like talking to students. Okay, yeah.
but again, sorry, someone's in the wait room. Sorry. Excuse me. But who's in charge of the peer leaders? Is that Miss K or is that Miss Swindler? Is that Mr. Case? Is that Teacher
I
X?
think that's Swindler.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
it's-
so we run the same problem.
yeah, but if we used NHS instead of peer leaders, then we could probably do that. I'm sure there'd be a lot of people who would be willing to do it.
All right, so yeah, we just got
So
five.
I'll talk to her.
Who is iPhone in the lower on my lower right corner? Is that Nate?
Hi guys, it's Kip. How are you?
Ah, there it is. There it is.
How's everybody?
I thought you changed your name to iPhone.
No, I'm on the iPhone, just moving, and I didn't want to miss another meeting, so
No
sorry.
worries.
Say hello.
All right. Just wanted to make sure we knew who it was. All right.
And can I say a couple things?
Yeah, please. Floor is yours.
So Lake and Piper, I'm so psyched for, and they would like the town would like them to come on the next town meeting. I think it's the 4th. And I know Piper's gonna be on a Zoom. And Lake, I would like you to come there and present the reason how you got elected. Elected to the
Kippy, you've never sounded better.
by the governor, so I'd love you to read on it, if that's okay.
Yeah, I just talked to
Lake,
Piper's
you okay
mom,
with that?
actually. Yeah, I just talked to Piper's mom actually, and she was saying the same thing. So I'll plan on being there. Is that next Thursday?
Yes,
Thursday.
next Thursday. I mean, I think that's also a way for us to make sure that we have, you guys are so talented, and I'm not just talking about Lake, and I'm talking about the youth commission itself. And I think that Philip, please, regular. Sorry. And I think it's so important that we, brag about all the things that you guys, and like I said, not just Lake and Piper, but all you guys have done so many great things. And now, I mean, getting 2 of you guys there out of 60, I think that's incredible. And that's just also the hard work and dedication that you guys have given. And everyone in their grandmother needs to know that.
Yeah, awesome.
That's
Yeah, that's great. Piper will be joining us probably at 7 o'clock. If we have a pretty quick agenda tonight because just not a lot going on, but a lot going on, but we haven't really progressed much. So hopefully, we can share these words again. I was gonna say that at the end, but but yeah, so let's go on from there. Let's talk about One Love. Mary, where we at? Or Flynn, I'm sorry. Tell me to shut up, would you please? Just take charge. I apologize.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. So One Love, woohoo. Um, last night we had a meeting. About the date specifically. We decided on April 23rd, around 10 to 11. But there is a senior thing like about SOS. That's in the morning and it ends at 10. And Miss Regan had asked if that was like okay since there were 2 like back-to-back heavy subjects. For those who don't know, SOS is like a signs of suicide thing. So like suicide plus toxic relationship, she was just double checking if we thought that would be okay. And I said that I thought it was because seniors are supposedly mature enough to be able to step out if they need to, if they're uncomfortable. So they have it planned that BHS April 23rd, Tuesday, is the day that we will have it. That's as far as I kind of got. But like, yeah.
All right, so important part. Flynn, go ahead. I'm just be quiet. I'm muting my own self.
George, you're allowed to talk. You know that. You don't have to like be quiet. I'm just putting it in my calendar.
No, I know. I just don't want to overtake the meeting. You're supposed to run the show. So
I don't know what you were about to say, but I mean, from what you have said, Mary, I think that the 23rd is great. I know, George, you said that Monday that we wouldn't even be able to have very many adult facilitators so that it works better on the Tuesday. And do you know how long the SOS presentation is?
I just know it ends at 10 o'clock.
And like ours isn't like a whole like 3 hour long thing. Like it's
Right.
a quick presentation, a video, some discussion, like, and I don't know how the SOS presentations work, but I'm sure that it's not as interactive as ours is. Ours like honestly really engages people and we're not just talking at them for an hour. We're actually getting them to do stuff. So I think having the back to back is completely fine. We just need to work on if we want to split them into groups beforehand and have them go into those groups and assign facilitators and adults with them, or if we just want to have people at the doors or like section them off based on where they're already sitting from the previous presentation. I thought it worked better when we had like pre-made groups. I think because they already have a presentation beforehand, I can make groups before and then we can put them on the doors so that then when they walk in, they know which section of the pack to sit in. And then we assign facilitators based on that. So they're sitting in that section during the SOS presentation, and it's not like a hassle transition to have to like split them up and then move them around. It would just be like if we have to move a couple rows back, we have to move a couple rows back kind of thing, but we're staying in the sections or like areas that we were in before, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
So that's how I feel about like group situation, but if anyone has other ideas.
I mean, yeah, I definitely like the sectioning off. That worked a lot last year. I'm not exactly sure how we'll be able to pull that off with SOS like already being there.
Mm-hmm.
We could just section it off where they're sitting in that moment.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like they would not want to stay there. People really like the second something is over, they
Yeah.
love just walking and leaving. So that might be an issue. But if we, I
Mhm.
mean, I'm sure we can work it out with whoever's either like
Yeah.
presenting SOS or like whoever's like by the doors. We can just say like,
Mhm.
ta-da. But yeah.
Yeah, and if we want to, like, the people who are from Barnstable, we could probably just go in there and put up the signs in the morning so they're already in there, and then they can just sit there for the SOS ones too. If we want to do it that
Mhm.
way.
Yeah, I think if we have time and we'll be able to like talk to people that work at Barnstable, and I know that we've previously put things in their like announcements that they have that they give in the morning. I think that you do that. But if we just say like seniors, there are like seating, or like I wouldn't say like a seating chart, but like a list of where like you're supposed to be sitting per section, like on the outsides of the auditorium doors, so that they know where to sit, and then they're just already there for the presentation, like they're there in the same section for both.
Has anyone ever done SOS before?
I did it like a while ago, but I think it was different, maybe because of COVID. It wasn't like a whole presentation. I think it was just like a thing in the classrooms,
Okay.
if I remember it before. Connor, did you remember that? It was like they like had a little presentation, like a guidance counselor came in, and then they gave us like sheets, like just like information sheets. I don't know. It wasn't. I'm not sure how it would be in the pack, but
I had it earlier this year. It was we were in classrooms and basically the guidance counselor, like I said, the guidance counselor came and they showed like two or three 5-minute videos. And then guidance counselor just talked. We filled out a form about signs of suicide. And then yeah, that was it. It took like 40 minutes, maybe 50.
Yeah, I think I remember doing that last year. If that's the case, I can also double check with Miss Reagan, but I'm pretty sure she said on the email like the seniors were going through SOS, and I may have assumed that it was in the pack, but I'll double check that email right now. But I'm not like
Um,
you can go.
if it's not in the pack, I honestly feel like it's better that it's not, and they're coming in for a presentation. So one, they're not like, "Can I please get up and move?" because they're moving into the pack, and second, it would also give them an opportunity to then we will have time to set up beforehand, and we'll be able to put lists on the doors for them to see where they're supposed to sit. So if you could check to see if that's in classrooms or in the pack, because hopefully it's not, and you know.
Oh yeah, it is not in the pack. It's just it goes until 10. The guidance counselors they go around each classroom. So that is
Great point.
perfect.
Okay, so that's really great actually, now that it's not, because we'll have more time to set up. But I think the list on the outside of doors so they know which section to sit at is important. We can even get like masking tape if we want to like legitimately break up the sections of chairs so that there's not like weird overflows into other groups. There's just like sectioned off rows with however many people you're supposed to have in your group.
I'd
So that
honestly
there
love
is,
that. So there's no like
yeah, so that
sneaking
there
your
is
way.
actual separation between the groups. It's not just like clusters with the person standing in front. There's like some structure to it. Um, and then yeah, we'll be able to have time to get everybody set up in the computer and projector and microphones and get facilitators all organized.
So a question for all you guys that are here. Who will be at One Love on April 23rd?
Just say if you're not, that's probably the easier option.
Fair point.
Well, looks like everyone's gonna be there.
Sweet.
Get back out now.
I can be there to be an adult advisor.
That would be great. Thank you.
Yeah, and
It is on the 23rd.
It's from 10 to 11.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
And I'll
The-
provide notes for anyone who needs it. So just make sure you shoot a text that you need it. All right, and I'll send it to the school.
Is it just youth commission members doing it?
I thought we would talk.
We're getting
We wanted to ask the SJP or One Love people and Sturgis too, right? When we
Okay,
asked
because
them
I did text
Yeah.
Charles Smith and Paolo Mary yesterday, so I'll let them know.
to. Right on. All right. Awesome. All right. So, yeah, like I said, now that we know it's the 23rd, I didn't do it today. I apologize. I said I would. I'll start reaching out to like the DA's office and BPD and people like that. I know Gino's in Aruba right now, so,
Mm.
he won't answer, but, Michaela's dad will, and, Brian Morrison and those guys, and we'll get some people from Independence House and I'll try to get the rec staff and, get a bunch of facilitators here. So as soon as we get, Mary, you're gonna work on getting that class list too, right?
Yeah, I was just
Mhm.
about to ask if we still needed it. I'll email her right
Yep.
now about that.
Yeah.
are we gonna do a training before that, or is it just like the people who've already been trained?
Well, I know Noah will need it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nate Ludke, who signed up for the youth commission, who went through his class on Friday. I sent him the link tonight. He obviously couldn't make it tonight. He'll need it. And then, Jaden,
Who else?
I mentioned
who
that guy
else is
Junior before, and you said you knew him, right?
Junior De Oliveira, yeah.
Yeah, so I've never even met the kid, so we need to speak to him at some point too. Cause he went through the sign up process, but no one even knew he was doing it.
Do you want me to talk to him? See what's up with
Yeah.
that?
Yeah,
Okay.
so, and then if there's anyone else, let us know. So if you had your hand
Yeah.
up, sorry.
I just I kind of want to go to it just to get a little reminder because it's been a really long time since I did a training or did an actual presentation. So
Did we have to reach out to the One Love group for the training, or was that
No.
something we had access
You can
to?
do that on if you just go on to the One Love website, and if you make an account with them, you can do training on your own. You just go through it and they show you the
Oh, Flynn froze again. Who left? Everyone good? Oh, Flynn, you back?
yeah.
You froze there for a while, right? You about the training part.
If you go on the One Love website and make an account, you can do training on your own. They show you a video and walk you through the questions and make sure you know the information. And they also do have, if you sign up for like their email thing, I get like 1,000 emails from them a day, but they do have like online programs like on a Zoom where they do that kind of stuff that's more interactive if you prefer that. But I don't know when the next one of those are for the behind the post. But I was just looking at it today, so to make sure I had access to the video, and you can get trained on the website.
Do you think we could send out the steps again in the text chain so everyone can kind of?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. Yeah, like I said before, membership. We got Noah, who's official now. You do have stuff to go in front of the town council and be like recognized, or they'll finally sign off on it, or they finally sign off on it. Then we have Nate Ludke, who went through the interview, and same thing with him. Again, he only knew about the meeting today, so I'm sure he couldn't make it today. And then Junior, which James can check in with Junior. So if there's, but if you know anyone else is interested, we're losing some pretty strong commissioners this year, so it would help to have maybe a couple more coming on.
Just thought I'd mention a majority of the youth commissioners now are juniors, and then
Right.
2 upcoming members are also going to be juniors. So the year after next, we're going to need a lot of new members.
Yeah, yes, we are.
I have someone from JP2 who's a boy who's a sophomore that might be interested. I'm gonna talk to him more tomorrow, but that gives us a sophomore.
Yeah, we definitely need some young blood. So
What do
hopefully
we have them do if they're interested? Like,
they can either reach out to me, or they can go right on the town of Barnstable website, and I'll do is I'll put the link, I'll put the information for that in the text thread. So if you
Okay.
know someone interested, they can reach out that way. All right.
Okay.
Amy,
Do we have anybody from Cape Tech, any connections there? Thinking about reaching out to the teacher who runs the job fair there. I have not done that yet, and maybe that's some connection. We've had Cape Tech students in the past, right, on the youth commission? And are we
yeah,
looking
definitely
to,
thinking earlier iterations. Yes, we have.
okay, and they need to live in the town of Barnstable, right?
Yes, yeah,
Okay,
or go to school in the town of Barnstable. No, don't worry, you're good. So. All right, so I guess we're gonna move on to new business, and the first thing I had for new business was I was at the Mass Rec and Park Association conference, and the town of Barnstable won the 2024 Community Impact Award for the Cape and Islands, and that was because of the Youth Commission. So we highlighted all the work you guys did, the job fair, the Youth Summit, the Prevention Summit for drug and alcohol prevention, the food drive, all the stuff you guys do. Oh man, what was the environmental we did last year with who?
PFAS.
The PFAS, yeah, the PFAS. Geez, I'm sorry I couldn't think of that up. The PFAS study, you guys should be like Kippy said it best. You guys should be very proud of yourselves for what you guys do and what you guys do in the community. It may only times seem like you're doing like a small thing, but it really is a lot bigger than you realize. So, there are a lot of kids out there, and a lot of them live their lives through what they, the small things you do, but you guys do great things and big things for the community. So you should be very proud of yourselves. And, it was an honor for me to accept the award on your behalf, at the conference. It was really cool. And, afterwards, a bunch of people from other towns asked me about the youth commission and asked me about how we do the things we do, and like the job fair and the youth summit. So be proud of what you guys do. So I know I am very proud of all of you. So round of applause.
No doubt about it. I mean, this is so important, you guys. And I will say that so Thursday morning, and there's a guy that was on Shark Tank that knows how to get rid of PFAS by something. So I'm going to actually meet this guy and see what it's about, because I'm even trying to get some of the town council members to come down. Dan Santos, this is huge. I mean, so we again, let's be legendary. If you guys can come up with something and you come up with an idea or whatever, who knows? I mean, like I said, I'm a world champion. I'm your state representative, but something, you guys, I was once like you, and I didn't know what I wanted to do in life. And to be honest with you, I had a heartache, which was my son passing away. That's why I'm a state representative. It wasn't for anything, anything really great. It was because of a heartache that I went through that the community fed me and my family for 3 months. And that's why I have a little bit of compassion and understanding that we need to take care of those that aren't always getting the upper hand. We need to take care of those. And that's what this group is all about. It's helping out everybody. And that's why I'm big fans of you guys that are trying to be different and trying to be better than the next. You're a competitor in so many different ways. So being that leader, that's what the youth commission's all about. So again, like George said, kudos, run with it, guys, because you have a gift, and we all have gifts, but not everybody's always willing to go after those gifts like you guys are. So I'm giving back to George, buddy.
All right. Well, Piper's in the waiting room, so let's get Piper in. Amy, do you have anything you want to talk about today?
I just wanted to follow up a couple of things. The tree project with the hyannis greening hyannis. They're still looking to sign people up. They're just in the process now of hiring up the people that are going to distribute the trees and plant them. But there'll be more information coming up on that. Working on.
I completely forgot about that. Sorry, I'll look
okay.
into it after.
Yeah, that's okay. We're early on it anyway. On Arbor Day, they're going to have a like a ribbon cutting, a planting, and I'll make sure and let you guys know about that. That's coming up in April. We've got Unity Day coming up, and that's going to be in the summer. But if anybody's around for that and wants to participate, I'll be working on that. I know Kippy's working on that as well. And then other things that are happening over the summer, I'm working on 4th of July. There was a few summers ago that the Youth Commission was that's when we had a street parade. We're not going to do a street parade again, but there are some activities going on. The Cape Symphony is going to do their free concert at Azleton Park and even put some nice pops music in there to celebrate all ages. The boat parade is going to go on 4th of July, and that's at 5 o'clock. And then the Cape Symphony concert's at 7:30. And then in between that, we're going to do a bunch of things on Main Street and on the Village Green. So if anybody is interested in, being part of that or volunteering, let me know. And then the other thing that I'm working on that's kind of fun is on August 31st. When do you guys go back to school next year? Is it that week before?
Yeah, August 28th for Barnstable.
Okay, so on Saturday, the 31st, which is the Saturday of Labor Day weekend, the town's going to have the fireworks show again. And we are going to open up Calmus Beach again to people that want to watch the fireworks from there. Planning on having the same kind of thing as what we did last year, which was hopefully the police will be able to bring their trailer in, the Critter trailer, of course, and the fire department will have their stuff there. So that might be a good opportunity for you guys to, do a social or do something either there, or we've got programming that's going to go on at Veterans Beach as well as Azleton Park. And just really short, probably from 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. when the fireworks go off. So those are the things that I'm working on between now and the summer and next year. But I'd really like to, be part of your group and helping maybe through the summer, just organize whatever you need to have organized to, get out of the gate next year. Either with, maybe there's some recruiting projects that we can work on over the summer to get kids in those younger grades interested, even at the 7th grade youth summit, you know, get kids talking about what they can do to kind of lead up to being part of the youth commission. So just let me know if there's anything else I can work on for you guys to make your load a little bit lighter, okay?
Thank you, Amy.
Piper, real quick, you missed it. Thanks for getting here, but we're always saying congratulations to you as well, being selected for the Governors Council. That was very, very cool. We're very proud of you. We're honored to have you as a part of our group, even though you're all the way in Connecticut. But that's all right. But we're gonna be there. I'm gonna be there with Lake and Kippy on the 4th for April, for where you can take your bow town council. So congrats again, and thank you very much for all you do for the town.
Thank you.
All right, Slim, sorry, go ahead.
Do we have anything else?
Oh, I do have one more thing. Michaela, this goes to you. Sarah Beal from the town wants us to activate our Facebook page and link it to the Instagram. I
I
don't know.
think I already did that.
Okay, maybe
Because like every time, does she mean like every time I post on Instagram, I post on Facebook as
Yeah,
well? I
yeah.
already did that, yeah.
Okay, all right. So then we should be good there. All right, perfect. That was it for me, Flynn.
Okay. Does anyone else have anything? Make a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I make a motion to adjourn the meeting. Mary Steinhover.
Jaden
Jake
Jeffrey
O'Reilly
second.
seconds.
Oh.
Oh, same time.
All right, let's vote on it. Maddie Boyle,
Yes.
Megan Garthy,
Yes.
Daniel Gomes,
Yes.
Shalonda Grant, Piper Hunt,
Yes.
Jaden Jeffries,
Yep.
Flynn Cajun, yes. Sophie Macnick,
Yes.
Connor O'Reilly,
Yes.
Lake O'Reilly,
Yes.
Michaela Stample,
Yes.
Mary Steinelber,
Yes.
and Noah Lyonnaise.
Yes.
Did I say that right?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, great. All right, guys. The meeting is adjourned. Thank you guys for coming.